I don't have any personal grudge against refugees and stuff, you know. I do understand some people come from war zone countries and all that. But why am I keep talking about it and how does it affect me personally? I had my first hand experience when I was in Germany with refugees in 2016. Germany was full of refugees in 2016, and I have been scammed by one of them. While I was living in Germany, I was also facing harassment, bullying, and, you know, kind of molestation on daily basis when I was living there. Among I lived among refugees in Germany. I lived in a Heim with them because my ex-partner was a refugee, so I know how it works and how unsafe I felt and how humiliated I felt. That's why I want to warn everyone out there, especially girls, girls of young age, girls who are just, you know, they think it's all about just having a boyfriend or dating somebody, giving everyone fair chances, or just being attracted to somebody because somebody's doing sweet talk. You know, this is deeper than that. This is not just like, you can find somebody who talks nicely and you get impressed, or you can just have a one night stand and you can forget about it. Most of these people will stalk you. Most of these people will blackmail you. Most of these people will record or ask you for an explicit picture of yours and maybe use it against you to blackmail you to meet them again. Or, a lot of these people don't know no means no. So you do need to be careful what you're putting yourself into, you know. And deep down, they're all connected, kind of. So they do take turns. And I had this first hand experience of warning you guys, like, don't just take it lightly. If you really want to date somebody who actually know your own culture, who know your own, you know, way of thinking. You can't just, for the sake of 2 minutes pleasure, you can't just date someone who will be stuck with you for the rest of your life, or at least ruin your life or part of your life that you will regret in the end. It's awful, honestly. And it doesn't mean that, people are bad. I'm not saying all refugees are bad. I'm not saying that. Some of them are really good. Some of them are really running from those people, the people who would oppress them. But when we have the type of system in UK where anybody can come in without being checked, and the amount of time it will take them to check their applications, uh, it will take years. And meanwhile, they'll be staying in hotels. Even some other refugees will not be safe from these people who are, in their own accommodation, because most people they were running away from, those people also are chasing them over here. I am an example of it. I am not a refugee. I have never been a refugee. I came here legally. I, I paid my taxes. I worked. I knew I had some education and I wanted to integrate into the society. And a lot of people who are educated, they want to integrate into society. Of course, there are some literate radicals as well out there. I mean, education doesn't mean only that, oh, somebody will be civilized and they will integrate into society, because a lot of people that they have this, you know, type of mindset which is very fixed. They prioritize different stuff than you. Their priorities will be completely different. For example, if a girls get attacked or essayed or molested or anything like that, their priority will not be how it's a girl. Their priority would go, what was she wearing, you know, or why was she out at that time of the night, or what was she doing out there, or she was asking for it. And this sort of mindset, a lot of girls even, and a lot of liberal men who are in, those part of the world, they are also suffering from. and they're running away from these type of people who have this type of radical ideology in certain part of the world. But when these people used to seek refuge in Western society, thinking that Western society can accept them and can give them freedom to be who they are and freedom to have free thinking, now they can't, because the people they were running away from, those people are here as well. You can't literally escape. And I'm hearing it from a lot of different people that, oh, people in UK are leaving UK, especially like white Caucasian people are leaving UK. Where are you gonna go, guys? Where are you gonna go? Eventually, the place you're moving to, these people will move there eventually. Once they have eaten, your country, they will move there, follow you there. So moving is not the solution. Change is the solution. Not the radical change, but a normal civilized change where you can actually, change the system where the system is corrupt. Don't see everyone that everyone is going to be accountable for everyone's action. Think people as individually. If you do not provide, the hotels or facilities to certain people, then they will not come. They will not abuse the system. They will only abuse the system when you are providing them these, facilities. Obviously, like when you leave like anything in my culture, they say like if you leave something sweet outside, obviously flies will come there and they will feast on it. But
The Afghan immigrant who repeatedly punched a woman in her face and tried to smash down a door as she ran from him has been sentenced. Aisha Waris fled into the home of a neighbor to escape from Gulwali Staniksai after walking home by herself at night in February. In her victim impact speech read to the court, Ms. Waris revealed how she is now too scared to leave her home after Staniksai left her face dripping in blood, with the incident causing her a lot of distress and impacting her mental health. Staniksai was today sentenced to 3 years in prison after admitting to assaulting Ms. Waris.
this is serious. Like it, he has only been punished for 3 years for this. Imagine what he can do after 3 years, because a lot of these people hold grudges. They're not gonna forget and come back as a reformed person, new person after 3 years. I guess that woman has to find a new place to live.
Two delivery men who sexually assaulted a 14-year-old girl who was home alone, leaving her crying hysterically, have been jailed. It happened in Preston, Lancashire, when Sadnam Singh, 28, and Navjot Singh, 26, were delivering a
Seriously?
television unit which the girl's
Wow.
mother had bought from an online
Now,
auction site. Sadnam Singh
now,
pinned
like,
her
look at
against
this.
the
This is
wall
the
and
type of job
assaulted
they're
her,
getting anyway.
while
So, if they're getting this type of jobs, which is risky for normal people, to like who to trust, basically, because they can travel or visit anywhere.
immediately phoned her mother, crying hysterically as she told her what had happened. The two men from Wolverhampton were found guilty of sexual assault following a trial at Preston Crown Court, and each was sentenced to 2.5 years in prison. What an horrendous attack on a young girl who will now be scarred for life.
So 2.5 years in prison. Can you imagine like how ridiculous it is? That's why I normally say like the judges in this country, they are completely corrupt. Because how can like they have ruined someone's life, a young girl's life. She was only 14, and she has a long life ahead of her, and now she's scarred for the rest of her life. And these men will be free from what so-called prison, where they can actually graduate from, where they can actually study, eat for free, where they don't have to work. Seriously?